Football is a beautiful game, but things can get out of hand. There are many off-the-field issues, controversies, and scandals that tarnish the legacies of players and clubs. So hey there, football fans, welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most exciting and intriguing stories from the world of football. Today, we're diving into the juiciest scandals that have rocked the beautiful game. Get ready, because we're about to spill the tea on the biggest football scandals of all time. Number 1. Bruno Fernandes's fling turning into a murder. Our first scandal takes us to Brazil, where a love affair turned tragic. Bruno Fernandes, a highly rated goalkeeper for Flamengo, found himself entangled in a dangerous web of emotions. It all started when he got his former lover, Elisa Samudio, pregnant. But when she decided to keep the baby, tensions rose. Bruno kept threatening her to give up the baby and was extremely infuriated by her decision to keep the baby. Ultimately, the Flamengo player partnered with the retired police officer in Santos to lure Elisa Samudio to a secret location where she was ultimately murdered. This scandal not only shook the world of football, but also had a profound impact on Bruno Fernandes's future. Let's hope incidents like this never happen again. Number 2. Rio Ferdinand's disgusting cheating spree. Next up, we have a tale of affairs and cheating that landed a Manchester United legend in hot water. Meet Rio Ferdinand, the Manchester United defender who couldn't resist temptation. Despite being married and having children, Rio allegedly had affairs with not one, not two, but 10 women. When the story broke, he took legal action against the newspaper that exposed him, claiming a breach of privacy. What's even more tragic is that Rio Ferdinand's wife was also suffering from the last stages of cancer and her death was imminent. Rio couldn't care less about his wife's pain and suffering and went on a cheating spree, embarrassing and distasteful for the former Manchester United defender. Number 3. Andre Escobar's tragic murder. Now, let's travel back to 1994 when the World Cup brought both triumph and tragedy. Colombian defender Andre Escobar found himself at the center of a heartbreaking story. After scoring an own goal that contributed to his team's elimination, Escobar was tragically murdered. It's believed that some drug traffickers, angry about losing their bets, decided to murder this defender. A truly unfortunate event that reminds us how precious life is. It also shows how cruel football can get and why betting can not only negatively impact the beauty of the game, but also puts the lives of certain footballers in danger. Number 4. Ryan Giggs' secret extramarital affair. Moving on to a scandal that rocked the footballing world and affected a crucial match. Ryan Giggs, the Manchester United legend, had a secret affair with former Big Brother star Imogen Thomas. The affair became public knowledge when a member of parliament spilled the beans in a session. This revelation not only shattered Giggs personally, but also had repercussions for his team, who were preparing for a Champions League final. Giggs also admitted that he cheated multiple times on his ex-wife, claiming that he was a love cheat. Giggs might be a very respected Manchester United legend, but as a person, he has some serious ethical issues. Number 5. John Terry sleeping with his friend's wife. Friendships can be put to the test when a cheating scandal strikes. Just ask Wayne Bridge and John Terry. These two former teammates and friends turned into enemies after Wayne found out that Terry had an affair with Bridge's wife, Vanessa Parenchel. The fallout was intense, with Bridge even refusing to play for England if Terry was on the team. Trust shattered, and their personal lives were thrust into the spotlight. Ouch, that had to hurt. The media went berserk after this scandal, and many memes started surfacing online regarding John Terry's alleged habit of sleeping with other people's wives. This was funny for us, but it would have been absolutely heartbreaking for Wayne to find out that his beloved wife cheated on him with his best friend. Number 6. Thomas Rosicky and his friends caught with prostitutes. Now, here's a scandal that unfolded in the Czech Republic and involved a late-night rendezvous. Thomas Rosicky, a Czech midfielder, and his teammates found themselves in quite a mess. They were caught partying with prostitutes by an undercover reporter who posed as a fan. Talk about being caught red-handed. Rosicky, however, claimed he had a clear conscience, stating that it was all in celebration of a teammate's birthday. The thing that's even more infuriating is that earlier, these players lost 2-1 against Germany. Celebrating a loss with hookers? That's what losers do, apparently. Number 7. Rio Ferdinand's missed drug test. Sometimes, players can make mistakes that have serious consequences. Just ask Rio Ferdinand. Again, this time it's about a missed drug test. Despite being aware of the requirements, Ferdinand failed to show up for a drug test and received an 8-month ban. He claimed that he was ignorant and made a mistake, but the damage was done, and it was irreversible. He did offer to take the test later on, but his offer was declined immediately by the FA. A lesson learned the hard way, reminding everyone that rules apply to everyone, no matter how famous or talented they might be. Number 8. Oliver Kahn's affair. Superstar players often find themselves in the spotlight, and not always for the right reasons. Oliver Kahn, the legendary German goalkeeper, had his fair share of negative publicity. He was always a controversial figure, but this time around he crossed the line. He left his pregnant wife to be with a nightclub hostess, and the media had a field day. After this incident came out in the media, Oliver Kahn was served with severe criticism, leaving him facing the consequences of his actions. It shows how fame and success can drive you towards infidelity, which ultimately ruins your relationships. Number 9. Frank Ribery and Karim Benzema having sex with a minor. Now, let's talk about a scandal involving some prominent French footballers and an underage prostitute. Frank Ribery and Karim Benzema and Sidney Govou found themselves embroiled in a controversy with Zahia Dahar, who was underage at the time. While they claimed to be unaware of her age, the scandal tarnished their reputations. It's a reminder of the need for caution and responsibility, especially in matters involving consent, age, and legality. So now we know where the Benzema 15 memes are coming from. Number 10. Mark Bosnich and his cocaine addiction. Mark Bosnich, an Australian goalkeeper, had a battle with addiction that affected his career. After receiving a 9-month ban from the FA, he admitted to being addicted to cocaine. The consequences of his actions hit close to home when he mistook his father for a burglar during a high and pointed a gun at him. Bosnich eventually sought help and made efforts to turn his life around. A reminder that seeking help is crucial when faced with personal struggles. Also, say no to drugs, always. 11. Diego Maradona's drug addiction. Now, let's talk about a legendary player who suffered from drug addiction and faced various substance abuse charges throughout his career. Diego Maradona, the late Argentine icon, struggled with cocaine addiction. Despite his incredible talent, his addiction tarnished his legacy to some extent. Maradona faced health issues and sought rehabilitation, but one can't help but wonder what he could have achieved without the influence of drugs. A reminder that addiction can affect anyone, even the biggest stars. Number 12. The Calciopoli scandal. Finally, we have the infamous Italian football betting scandal of 2006, known as the Calciopoli scandal. It sent shockwaves to the footballing world when it was revealed that top Italian clubs had been involved in influencing referee appointments and other misconduct. Juventus, the reigning champions, faced severe consequences, including the stripping of titles and relegation. This scandal forever changed Italian football, leading to increased vigilance and stricter regulations. And there you have it, folks, the biggest football scandal of all time. These stories remind us that even our beloved sport isn't immune to controversy. Let's hope that as football moves forward, players, officials, and fans can learn from these incidents and strive for a cleaner, fairer, and more beautiful game. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.